In 6, again, it's the bottom identified, differentiate this, we're going to get 2x minus 6. So if u is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 10, du dx is equal to 2x minus 6. So du is equal to 2x minus 6 dx, which we have on top, 2x minus 6 dx. So now we have the integral between 4 and 3 of 2x minus 6 dx, which is du, over u, which again is going to bring up natural logs. So we're going to get natural log of u between 4 and 3, which is the natural log of x squared minus 6x plus 10 between 4 and 3. So the natural log of 16 plus 10, 26 minus 24, so it's going to be the natural log of 2 first. Then we're going to have minus, we're going to have the natural log of 9 plus 10, 19, minus 3 6 is 18, so the natural log of 2 minus the natural log of 1, which is the natural log of 2 over 1, which is the natural log of 2. Question 7, if we differentiate this, we're going to get 3x squared, so we'll have the x squared part, so u is equal to x cubed plus 1, du dx is equal to 3x squared. So we want x squared dx, so we have du is equal to 3x squared dx. So we'd have to factor out the 3, so we'd have a third in front if we picture this. So we're going to have a third times du, which is 3x squared dx, which will still be just x squared dx, over x cubed plus 1, which is u. So we're going to have, we can put the integral here, factor out the third, so we're going to have a third times the natural log of u, which is a third times the natural log of u, which is x cubed plus 1. So this is between 1 and 0. So a third times the natural log of 1 plus 1, which is 2, minus a third times the natural log of 0 plus 1, which is 1. And the natural log of 1 is equal to 0. So we just have a third times the natural log of 2, which could also be written as the natural log of 2 to the power of a third, which is the cube root of 2. Question 8, we have the square root of x squared plus 1. So if u is equal to x squared plus 1, du dx is equal to 2x, and du is equal to 2x dx. Now we have x dx, so we're going to have a half times 2x dx, if I write it like this, just to give us the same as x dx. So we're going to have a half times the square root of u du. And it's going to be the integral of this between root 15 and 0. So we have a half times the square root of u, which is the square root, I'll write it to the power of a half actually, a half the integral of u will have to be x squared plus 1, so x squared plus 1 to the power of a half. And if we integrate x squared plus 1 to the power of a half, we're going to get, actually it might be easier just to do u to the power of a half just to show you. So u to the power of a half is going to be u to the power of 3 over 2 divided by the new power, which will be equal to 2u to the power of 3 over 2 divided by 3. That's between root 15 and 0. So we're going to have, this is going to be equal to a half on the outside times 2 over 3. I'll factor out the 2 over 3, the 2 and the 3. And u to the power of 3 over 2 is the square root to the power of 3 over 2 is the square root cubed, or the cube can go inside. I think I'll put it inside. It's going to be x squared plus 1 to the power of 3. And that's to the power of 3 over 2. The 2 is the invisible 2 in here that we don't see. So my 2's will cancel. This is all between root 15 and 0. So I'm going to end up with 1 over 3 times the square root of x squared plus 1. Root 15 squared is 15, so it's going to be root 16. Minus, if we put 0 in, we just get the square root of 1. I put my cube in. Now, it actually might be easier to put the cube on the outside here if you don't know that 16 cubed. If we put the cubed here, it's the square root of 16 to be cubed, which is 4 cubed. And then it'll be minus 1 cubed. And a third of this. So a third of 64 minus 1 is 63. And this goes in evenly 21 times.